Hello students, welcome to the second video of trigonometry. In the first video, I forgot to explain you this. Y is sine minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Tan minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. And y is cos minus theta equal to cos theta plus cos theta. In this video, I'll explain you this and we'll do few problems. Okay? Alright. We know this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis, right? Alright, and if we write angles, this will be 0 degrees, this is 90 degrees, this is 180 degrees, and this is 270 degrees, right? Again 360 will come here, right? Okay, this is quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Okay, in the first video we have studied this. Now see, we have also studied if we have something like this 90 plus theta, 90 is here, plus theta will come here in the second quadrant, right? If it is 90 minus theta, okay, 90 is here, minus means we should come here, right, in the first quadrant. 90 minus theta, that means this angle is less than 90 degrees. Okay, alright, that means see, if it is plus theta, we should proceed, right? We should go anti-clockwise. If it is minus, clockwise. Okay, like see 90 plus theta, so we are here. Anti-clockwise, that means reverse, go this side. Okay, if it is 90 minus, clockwise in this, right? Similarly, for 180 plus theta, 180 is here, plus theta will come here in the third quadrant, right? If it is 180 minus theta, this will be in the second quadrant, right? So plus means here and minus means this side. Okay, same thing for 270 and same thing for 360. Okay, same thing for 0 also. Okay, so let us first learn about this. See, can we write cos minus theta as 0 degrees minus theta? Okay, because minus theta is same as 0 minus theta only, right? Okay, so 0 is here. Alright, so it is 0 minus. Okay, if it was 0 plus, we would go in the first quadrant, right? It is 0 minus, so we should come in the fourth quadrant. Alright, in the fourth quadrant, we know cos is positive because we have learned this. All silver tea cups. We have studied this in the first video. So, which means here all trigonometric ratios are positive. Here, sine is positive, which means cosecant will also be positive because cosecant is reciprocal of sine, and the remaining four ratios will be negative. Here t, tan is positive and the reciprocal of tan, cot is positive in the third quadrant. The remaining four ratios are negative. Here c means cos is positive and the reciprocal of cos is secant is positive, the remaining four are negative. Okay, so now 0 minus theta is here in the fourth quadrant. 0 minus theta here in the fourth quadrant, right? So this is what now? Positive. This whole part will be positive. So it is positive. Okay. Cos 0 minus theta. We have also studied that ratios will change for 90 degrees and 270 degrees, right? They will change. And for 0 degrees, for 180 degrees and for 360 degrees, there is no change. Okay. So cos, here we have 0. So 0 degrees, no change. So cos will remain cos only. So it will be cos theta. Okay. I hope this is clear. Cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. Alright. Okay. What about sine? See, let us write sine minus theta as 0 minus theta. Okay, 0 minus theta is again here in the fourth quadrant, right? In the fourth quadrant, sine is negative, so this whole part is negative, so minus sine. Okay, so minus. Do you think sine will change? No, because at 0 there is no change, so sine will remain sine, so this will be sine theta. Okay, so sine minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Okay, what about tan? Same thing. Tan minus theta, we can write it as tan 0 minus theta. In the fourth quadrant, tan is negative, so this will be negative, and for 0 degrees there is no change in the ratio, right? So this will remain tan only, so it is minus tan theta. So tan minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Okay, as simple as that. Now we will solve few problems. Okay, we have a question here. If cosecant theta plus cot theta is 1 by 3, find cos theta. Determine the quadrant in which theta lies. Okay, we know this, all silver teacups, right? Okay, now see here, we have an identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Okay, now can we write this as a square minus b square? See, a square minus b square is a plus b multiplied by a minus b, right? So this is cosecant square minus cot square. So cosecant square minus cot square. In place of a we have cosecant, in place of b we have cot. So can we write this as a plus b multiplied by a minus b? Yes, let us write it. So cosecant plus cot multiplied by cosecant minus cot is equal to 1. What is cosecant plus cot given? It is given as 1 by 3. So this part is given as 1 by 3 multiplied by this part. Cosecant minus cot is equal to 1. So this 3 goes on the other side, becomes multiplication, right? Is equal to 3. Take this as equation 2 and take this as equation 1. Cosecant plus cot is 1 by 3 given. Okay, let this be equation 1 and let this be equation 2. Okay, now see, if you remember 10th standard problems, we had a similar problem in 10th standard. Okay, anyways, now let us add this two. Okay, so if you add this, what do we get? Cosecant minus cot theta is equal to 3 and cosecant plus cot theta is 1 by 3, right? We are adding these two equations. So cot will get cancelled, 1 is minus, 1 is plus. So cosecant and cosecant will give us 2 cosecant theta is equal to 3 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so this will be equal to how much? Denominator will be 3, 9 plus 1, 10. So this will be 10 by 3. Okay, so this is 2 cosecant theta. Now 2 goes on the other side, it will be in division, right? So 2 and 5 will get cancelled, 5 by 3. Okay, so what do we have? We have cosecant 5 by 3. Let me write here, cosecant theta is 5 by 3. Okay, if cosecant is 5 by 3, can we find sine? Yes, sine will be the reciprocal, right? It will be 3 by 5. Okay, let us write sine theta, it will be handy. Alright, now let us subtract this. See, we added here, let us subtract. Okay, let me write the first equation first. Cosecant plus cot is equal to 1 by 3 and we have cosecant minus cot is equal to 3. When we subtract, we'll change the signs, right? So minus plus minus. This 2 will get cancelled now. Cosecant minus cosecant 0. Cot plus cot, 2 cot theta is equal to 1 by 3 minus 3. So what will this be now? So denominator is 3. Okay, 1 minus 9 minus 8 by 3. Okay, alright, let me just rub this part. minus 8 by 3, right? We had minus 8 by 3. So 2 cot theta is minus 8 by 3. This 2 goes on the other side. Minus 8 by 3, 1 by 2. So this will be minus 4 by 3. Okay. If cot theta is minus 4 by 3, what will be tan theta? It will be minus 3 by 4, reciprocal, right? Okay. We got sine 3 by 5, tan minus 3 by 4. See, sine is positive, tan is negative. Okay, let me rub everything now. So where could theta be? Tell me. Where is theta lying? Sine positive. Sine theta is 3 by 5. It is positive. And tan theta is minus 3 by 4. It is negative. Okay. So see here all ratios are positive. So theta is not lying here because tan is negative, right? So see, in the second quadrant, sine is positive, tan is negative. Here tan is positive, here tan is negative. So theta will not lie in the third also, theta will not lie in the fourth also, because sine should also be negative here in fourth, right? So sine is positive only in these two quadrants, right? Here everything is positive. Here tan is negative. So theta lies in the second quadrant. So determine the quadrant in which theta lies. So theta lies in quadrant 2 or second quadrant. Okay. We need to find cos value also. Now there are many methods of solving from here. See, we know sine value, it is 3 by 5. Okay. Sine theta is 3 by 5. Alright. So if you draw a right angle triangle, let us name this triangle as ABC, and if this is theta, we know sine formula is opposite divided by hypotenuse. So opposite is this, so opposite side we can take it as 3 and hypotenuse we can take it as 5. Using Pythagoras theorem, BC will be equal to 4. 3, 4, 5, it is a famous triangle, right? So this adjacent will be equal to 4. This is hypotenuse and this is the opposite side. What will be cos value now? What is cos formula? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Adjacent is 4 divided by hypotenuse is 5. But theta lies in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, cos is also negative. So minus 4 by 5 will be the answer. Okay. We can do this, or we can use trigonometric identity. See, we know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So we can substitute the values here and find cos square theta also, or cos theta value. See, sine square theta is how much? It is 3 by 5 whole square plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So this is 9 by 25, 3 square, 5 square, right? Plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So this 9 by 25 goes on the other side, becomes minus. Okay, so this is 1 by 1, denominator is 25. So this is 25 minus 9, 16 by 25. Cos square theta is 16 by 25. Square goes on the other side, becomes root. It will become plus minus root. 16 by 25. So plus minus 4 by 5. Root 16 is 4, root 25 is 5. Okay, but theta lies in the second quadrant. So in the second quadrant, cos is negative. So we'll take minus 4 by 5, not plus 4 by 5. Okay, I hope this is clear. Okay, we have a similar problem here. If secant theta plus tan theta is equal to 5, find the quadrant in which theta lies and find the value of sin theta. Okay, and from 10th standard, we know this secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. We know this identity. This is like a square minus b square. So we can write it as a plus b multiplied by a minus b. So this is equal to 1. And secant plus tan is how much given? 5. So this secant plus tan is 5 multiplied by secant minus tan is equal to 1. So this 5 goes on the other side, it will divide, right? So let this be equation 2, and the given equation, let us consider it as equation 1. Okay. Now add one time, subtract one time, right? So let us add first. Let us add two equations. If you add, tans will get cancelled, right? Plus tan minus tan. So this is 2 secant theta is 5 plus 1 by 5. So this is 5 by 1. Okay. Right, denominator one time, cross multiply 5 5s are 25, 25 plus 1, 26. So this is 26 by 5, and this 2 goes on the other side, it will divide it. So secant theta is how much? It is 13 by 5. Okay, so let me write here, secant theta is 13 by 5. Okay, if secant is 13 by 5, can we write cos theta as 5 by 13 reciprocal? Yes. Alright. So we added ones, right? Let us subtract now. Secant plus tan is equal to 5. Secant minus tan is equal to 1 by 5. Minus plus minus. Secant minus secant is 0. Tan plus tan is 2 tan theta. 5 minus 1 by 5. So this is 5 by 1. So denominator is 5. 25 minus 1. 24 by 5. So it is 2 tan theta is equal to 24 by 5. This 2 goes in the denominator. This will be 12 by 5. Okay. So what is tan value? Tan theta is 12 by 5. Okay. Alright. So see here. Let me rub this. What do we need to find? We need to find the value of sine. Okay. We have cos value, right? We got the value of cos, so we can find the value of sine. Okay. Or we know sine theta is, or sine by cos theta, it is equal to tan theta, isn't it? We can use this identity also, sine square plus cos square is equal to 1 also. Okay. So there are many methods of solving trigonometric problems, right? Let us use this. Sine, we don't know what is sine. So let sine be here. Cos, let us send it on the other side. So it is tan multiplied by cos. What is tan value we got? 12 by 5 multiplied by what is cos value? 5 by 13. Cos value is 5 by 13. So 5 cancel. This is 12 by 13. Right? So sine is also positive. See? Sine theta is positive. Cos theta is positive, 5 by 13. Tan theta is also positive, 5 by 12. So where could theta lie now? See here, sine is positive, the others are negative, right? So obviously theta doesn't lie in the second one. Here also see, theta, tan should be negative, but tan is positive. So theta is not here. Here cos should be positive. And sine should be negative, tan should be negative, but here all are positive, which means theta lies in the first quadrant. So theta is in quadrant 1. Okay. Okay, we have an interesting problem now. If sine alpha plus cosecant alpha is equal to 2, it is given that sine alpha plus cosecant alpha is equal to 2. Find the value of sine power n alpha plus cosecant power n alpha, n is an integer. Okay. Now, see, let us solve this problem. Sine alpha plus cosecant alpha, it is equal to 2. Okay. Let us square on both sides. If we square on both sides, what do we get? We will have sine square alpha plus cosecant square alpha plus 2 sine alpha cosecant alpha is equal to 4. 2 square is 4, right? See, these two are reciprocal. Sine alpha and cosecant alpha are reciprocal, right? So in place of cosecant, can we write 1 by sine? Yes. So this sine and sine will get cancelled. What do we have? We will have 2 here. So sine square alpha plus cosecant square alpha is equal to 4. This plus 2 goes on the other side, becomes minus 2. So 4 minus 2 will be 2 only now, right? Okay, this one. All right. Now let us take this sine alpha plus cosecant alpha equal to 2, and let us cube now. Let us cube on both sides. So what is the formula to find a plus b whole cube? What is a plus b whole cube? A plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab multiplied by a plus b. We can write it like this, right? So let us expand using a plus b whole cube. So this is sine cube alpha plus cosecant cube alpha plus 3 into sine alpha multiplied by cosecant alpha. Okay, a plus b. What is a plus b? Sine plus cosecant alpha is equal to 2 cube is how much? It is equal to 8. Okay, see, these two are reciprocal, so sine and cosecant will get cancelled, right? We can write cosecant as 1 by sine. So sine will get cancelled, right? So let us eliminate this, let us rub this. So we have 3 multiplied by this. But what is sine alpha plus cosecant alpha? It is 2 given. So in place of this, let us write 2. So it will be equal to 6, right? 3 2s are 6, and this 6 goes on the other side, becomes minus. So this total will be 8 minus 6, it will be 2 again. Okay, so sine cube alpha plus cosecant cube alpha is also equal to 2. We have sine square plus cosecant square, 2 sine cube plus cosecant cube is also equal to 2. In the same way, sine power 4 plus cosecant power 4 will be equal to 2, and so on. Hence this sine power sine power n alpha plus cosecant power n alpha will also be equal to 2. Alright. Okay, let us solve this question. If cos A is equal to cos B is equal to minus 1 by 2. See, both cos A and cos B are minus 1 by 2. A does not lie in second quadrant and B does not lie in third quadrant. We should find this value. I'll solve this problem. We have a similar problem. We have a similar question. Okay, you solve this problem. Right. Now, see, let us write cos A minus 1 by 2. Okay. It is clearly mentioned that A does not lie in the second quadrant. Alright. See, A is not lying here. And cos is negative. That means A is not lying in the first quadrant also, because all are positive in the first quadrant. Okay. And in the fourth quadrant, cos is positive, which means cos theta should, that is A should lie in the third quadrant. See, A does not lie in the second quadrant. Here all are positive, but we have cos negative. So here cos is positive, here positive, and it is clearly mentioned that A does not lie here, which means A lies here in the third quadrant, right? Okay, so A lies in the third quadrant. Let us write here, A is in third quadrant. B does not lie in the third quadrant. Let us check B. Cos B is also minus 1 by 2. It is clearly mentioned that B does not lie in the third quadrant. See, cos is negative. Cos is negative where? In these two quadrants, in the second quadrant and in the third quadrant. In the first and fourth, cos is positive. So cos is negative in the second and third quadrant, right? And it is clearly mentioned that B does not lie in the third, which means B lies in the second quadrant. So B is in second quadrant. Okay. Now, let us find what is tan A, sin A, what is tan B and sin B. Okay. See, let us forget about the signs for a while, because we know where A and B lies, right? Okay. Now see, we know cos formula. What is cos formula? Adjacent divided by hypotenuse, right? So if you take a right angle triangle and if angle A is here, because we are dealing with cos A now, right? So A is being considered. Okay. So adjacent to this angle is this one and hypotenuse is 2. We should find the opposite side. See, this is adjacent side and this is hypotenuse side. We should find the opposite side. So if we apply Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square. So hypotenuse square is 2, so this is 2 square. Opposite, we don't know, we are finding that. So let it be opposite square. Adjacent square is 1, so it is 1 square. So it is 4, 1 comes here, right? So 4 minus 1, opposite square, it is equal to 3. So opposite is how much? It is root 3. We got this as root 3. Okay. Let me rub this part. Now, see A. We can write tan A value now. And we can write sin A value. So what is tan A? Tan formula is opposite by adjacent, right? So what is opposite? Root 3 divided by adjacent. Okay, but A is in the third quadrant. So in the third quadrant it is positive, which means tan is positive. So can we write tan A as root 3 only now? Yes, plus root 3, right? Okay. What about sin A? What is sin? Opposite divided by hypotenuse. So this is root 3 divided by 2. Opposite divided by hypotenuse. But A lies in the third quadrant, and in the third quadrant sign is negative. So this will be negative. Okay. I hope this is clear. In the same way, we should find sin B and tan B. Alright. Okay, let us go ahead and find. So this is adjacent by hypotenuse, because cos is adjacent by hypotenuse, right? So if you draw a right angle triangle, same thing, right? Same thing is coming, right? So if you take B here now, okay, so this is 1 and this is 2. Adjacent is 1, hypotenuse is 2. Opposite we need to find, it will be root 3, right? Okay, what is sin B? Sin B will be root 3 divided by 2, opposite by hypotenuse. But it is clearly mentioned B is in the second quadrant, which means this will be positive, because sin will be positive in second quadrant, right? What about tan B? Tan B is root 3 divided by 1, opposite divided by adjacent. But B is in the second quadrant, which means tan should be negative. Okay, we have sin B plus root 3 by 2, tan B minus root 3 by 2. We got all 4 values. Tan A is also there, sin A is also there, sin B, tan B. Okay, we need to substitute these 4 values here. Alright, so let me just rub this part. Okay, now 4 multiplied by sin B. Sin B is root 3 by 2. Okay, minus 3 tan A. Okay, divided by tan B. Tan B is negative 3 plus sin A. Sin A is negative. Okay, so this will be minus root 3 by 2. Alright, so let me just rub this part also now. Okay, so we can cancel this. This will be 2 root 3 minus 3 root 3 divided by, okay, so denominators, see, different, so cross multiply. 2 root 3 minus root 3. So 2 root 3 minus 3 root 3 is 1 root 3, right? What? But minus. So minus root 3 divided by, this is how much? Minus 3 root 3 divided by 2. Okay, minus and minus will become plus. So we can write this as root 3 by 1 multiplied by 2 by 3 root 3. Okay. See, root 3 will get cancelled. We have 2 by 3. So this value is equal to 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Okay. Now, you please solve this problem. It will be a good practice. 8 tan A is minus 15. Set 8 on the other side. Tan A will be minus 15 by 8. And sin B will be minus 7 divided by 25. Okay. And A and B are not in the fourth quadrant. We should show that this is equal to minus 304 divided by 425. Okay. Okay. We have an interesting question here. Students will find this question very confusing, but believe me, one of the most easiest questions in trigonometry chapter. So it is given that a cos theta minus b sin theta is equal to c. And we should show that a sin theta plus b cos theta is equal to plus minus root of a square plus b square minus c square. So how should we solve this problem? See, we need to find this value, right? So a sin theta plus b cos theta, we don't know what it is. Let it be some x. We can take any variable, x, y, okay, z, anything. And it is given that a cos theta minus b sin theta, it is equal to c. Okay. Alright, see, if you square on both sides, and add, let us see what will happen. Sin, this theta will be eliminated. Let us see how. See, let this be equation 1 and let this be equation 2. Squaring on both sides and adding. So we have squared this, and a cos theta b sin theta whole square, here x square plus c square, squaring and adding on RHS also, right? So if you expand this, this is a square sin square theta plus b square cos square theta plus 2ab into sin theta cos theta. We used a plus b whole square formula. Here a minus b whole square. So a square cos square theta plus b square sin square theta minus 2ab cos theta sin theta is equal to x square plus c square. See, these terms will get cancelled. These two are same terms, opposite signs. They will get cancelled, right? So we have a square sin square theta here. We have a square cos square theta. Can we take a square common? Yes. If you take a square common, we will have sin square theta cos square theta. Plus, can we take b square common from this and this terms? Yes. We can take b square common. So we'll have cos square plus sin square theta is equal to x square plus c square. This is 1 and this is also equal to 1, right? So we have a square plus b square equal to x square plus c square. Can we send c square on the other side, because we need to find value of x? We took this as x, right? We should find this value. So send c square on the other side. It will be a square b square minus c square is equal to x square, or we can write x square is equal to this, right? So square goes on the other side, becomes plus minus root a square b square minus c square. This is x. Or what did we take x as? We took x as a sin theta plus b cos theta. So hence a sin theta plus b cos theta is equal to plus minus root of a square plus b square minus c square. Okay. We have a similar problem here. 3 sin a plus 5 cos a is equal to 5. Then show that 5 sin a minus 3 cos a is equal to plus minus 3. Okay. In the same way, we should solve this problem. So please pause the video and try to do that problem. Alright. I hope you got the answer. Let us verify. Please verify the answer. See, it is 3 sin a plus 5 cos a is equal to 5. Okay. This is one equation given. Now, we need to find this, right? So let this be equal to x. So 5 sin a minus 3 cos a is equal to some x. Squaring on both sides and adding. Okay. So this squaring will be equal to how much? 3 square is 9. Let us write directly. 9 sin square a plus 25 cos square a plus 2 into 3 sin a 5 cos a plus this one 25 sin square a plus 9 cos square a minus 2 into 5 into sine A multiplied by 3 cos A is equal to 5 square, 25 plus x square. Okay, from here we should find the value of x. See, these two terms will get cancelled anywhere, right? 2 into 3 into 5, 30. 30 sine A cos A. Here also 2 5s are 10, 10 3s are 30. 30 sine A cos A. They are same. And we have 9 sine square A and 9 cos square A. If you take 9 common, we'll have sine square A plus cos square A here. Plus if you take 25 common from these two terms, 25 cos square A plus sine square A is equal to 25 plus x square. So this is 1, right? So this will be 9 plus 25 is equal to 25 plus x square. 25 25 will get cancelled. So send square on the other side, it will be plus minus root x, or x will be plus minus 3. Okay, we took this as x, right? Okay, so we took 5 sine A minus 3 cos A as x. So this is equal to plus minus 3. Okay, let us solve this problem. If cos theta plus sine theta is equal to root 2 cos theta, prove that cos theta minus sine theta is equal to root 2 sine theta. Okay, so what is given to us? Cos plus sine is root 2 cos theta. Let us write cos values one side. So sine, let us send cos on the other side. Okay, so what do we have now? Can we take cos common from these two terms? Yes. If you take cos common, what will be left? Root 2 minus 1. Here sine theta will be left. Okay. Now multiply both sides by root 2 plus 1. Okay. See, the rationalizing factor of root 2 minus 1 will be root 2 plus 1. We have studied this in the lower classes, because if you multiply this 2, it will be a minus b, a plus b, right? A square minus b square, which will be root 2 square minus 1 square. Root 2 square is how much? 2. So this will be 1. Okay. So we'll have only cos theta here on RHS. Okay. Alright. So let us multiply. See, we need only cos theta. We need cos theta only once here, right? Okay. Let us multiply by root 2 plus 1 on both sides. Multiply by root 2 plus 1 on both sides. So this is sine theta multiplied by root 2 plus 1, and here cos theta root 2 minus 1 root 2 plus 1. So we multiplied and we got 1, right? So let us write 1 here. So which is cos theta into 1 is cos theta. Now this is how much? Let us multiply this 2. Sine theta into root 2 is root 2 sine theta. Sine theta into 1 is sine theta is equal to cos theta. See, what do we need to find? Cos minus sine. So let us send sine on the other side. So cos minus sine is equal to how much? It is root 2 sine theta. We needed to prove that only, right? So let us write it properly. Cos minus sine is equal to root 2 sine theta. So cos minus sine is root 2 sine theta. Okay. Let us solve this problem. This will be the last problem in this video. If tan theta plus sine theta is equal to m and tan theta minus sine theta is equal to n, show that m square minus n square is equal to 4 root of mn. Okay. So see, let this be equation 1 and let this be equation 2. Okay, let us add first. Add 1 and 2. Add equation 1 and 2. So what do we have? Tan plus sine is equal to m. Tan minus sine is equal to n. So sines will get cancelled, right? So we will have 2 tan theta is equal to m plus n. Okay. Now let us subtract 1 and 2. Okay. So what do we have? Tan plus sine is equal to m. tan minus sine is equal to m. So when we subtract, the signs will change. So this will be 0. Sine plus sine is 2 sine theta is equal to m minus n. So we have these two equations now. 2 tan theta is m plus n. 2 sine theta is m minus n. Okay. Can we write this as m plus n is equal to 2 tan theta? Yes. This as m minus n is equal to 2 sine theta. Okay, now see, what do we need? We need m square minus n square is equal to 4 root of mn. Here it is m square minus n square. M square minus n square is m plus n, m minus n, right? So we have m plus n, m minus n. So we need to multiply these two. So m plus n, m minus n will be equal to 2 tan theta and 2 sin theta. So this will be 4 tan theta multiplied by sin theta. Okay. So this is m square minus n square. Okay. Almost got the answer. We need root mn here. See, m square minus n square is there. M square minus n square is equal to 4 is there. So here this tan theta sin theta should be root mn. Okay. So how should we prove that? Let me rub this. Okay. Now see here, we have this m square n square is equal to 4 tan theta multiplied by sin theta. Let us write it 4 like this. 4. Let us write root and let us write sin square and tan square. Okay. See, we have tan and sin. We wrote root and we wrote squares. Okay. Square and roots will get cancelled. We'll have tan theta sin theta only, isn't it? So this is equal to how much? M square minus n square, m square minus n square, 4 multiplied by tan square theta. And what is sin square theta? See, we have an identity. Sin square plus cos square is equal to 1. So in place of sin square, 1 minus cos square theta, we can write, right? Cos square, if you send on the other side, 1 minus cos square. So in place of sin square, we are writing 1 minus cos square. So it is 4, let us multiply. It is tan square theta minus tan square theta multiplied by cos square theta. So it is 4 under root of tan square theta minus, what is tan square theta? Tan is sin square divided by cos square, and we have 1 cos square here. So this cos square theta will get cancelled, right? So what do we have now? Let me rub this part. What do we have? We have 4 under root of tan square theta minus sin square theta. So this is 4 under root of a square minus b square. So a square minus b square is tan plus sin, tan minus sin. So this is 4 root of tan plus sin is how much given? Tan plus sin is m given, multiplied by tan minus sin. Tan minus sin is n given. Okay. So we have m square minus n square is equal to 4 root of mn. Okay. We needed to prove this. I hope you understood this.